Oh, crap. That looks bad. Oh my God. Ah. There we go. Okay. Let's get some music on. I spent all day cleaning. I'm so proud of myself. Woo-hoo. My son gave me, he goes, let me put some cappuccino in your stuff. And I'm like, really? So, yeah, Sonny Boy's, he's like, I fixed my cappuccino. So, here I am. I cleaned and cleaned. I did. I couldn't believe it. Oh, found more change. Okay. So, I started off vacuuming, and I had vacuumed here and there, and I'm like, well, why isn't the vacuum picking up as much? I turned it over, and it looked like the bottom part just went through puberty. It went through like a blonde puberty phase, and I'm like, oh crap. So I spent some time taking out hair, and it's like, and then it started picking everything up. I vacuumed the whole RV, you're just shucking everything up. So it cleaned everything up, and I'm very happy with it because it just looks cleaner. I've been doing my dishes, and now I'm trying to figure out. You see, before I put stuff away that's winter clothes, I wash all my winter clothes, make sure it's properly dried. I put it in its thing, and I suck the air out of it. And then I do that with the other stuff, and I put it away for the winter. So when I open it up, what I love is the smell. It smells fresh and clean. So when you put it on when it's cold, you enjoy it much more. So that's what I got to do. But I've been cleaning up, and I got to figure out something to do with my clothing so I can have some here. But I am going to have to fix my room in the house so I can go and make sure, put my clothes in there and it's in a clean place and stuff like that. I'm going to have to look through stuff and get rid of stuff and keep stuff and organize it so I can do that to the rest of the house. All right, now let's go and do some meditation. And we will be talking about the Euphrates River. I was perusing that freeway and on the internet, and I'm like, wow, what's the big deal? So, I went on and this whole long discussion page and everything about the Euphrates River has never gone, it's gone low, but not this low. It's like dried up, baby. It's like, gone. Bye bye. So now they're talking about, guess what happens when God's going, hi, this is God. Guess what happens when the Euphrates River dries up? Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. Oh, well, there's four really nasty angels. They're bad, they did a lot of bad things back in the day. They they went with overcoats going. Walk in. Hey, want to see something wrong? Hi, I'm a bad angel. You want to see some? So they're tied up by they're, guess what they found on the Euphrates River? Oh, they play tick-tock again. Tick-tock, tick. Okay, they found a lot of man-made caves. And then suddenly there comes noise. Now, mind you, these these caves have been covered for over 3,000 years. 3,000. It hasn't been like, a week or two. Somebody drops, a pet down there, and then it just gets big. It's like this, you know, and then you have the military gets involved. Oh, well, we better get involved. It sounds like there's some bad angels we can't let out quite yet. We don't want them angels out. So they send the military, and that's what's been there since. Now you can look at Euphrates, noise by the river, or uh, I got it because I just was curious about what was going on. And they actually had a sniglet on YouTube. If you look for it, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know how real that is. Is it real? Is some guy like taking his old phone and putting it by a rock and is making that? I mean, I'm just putting it out there as he's doing FX at home. I mean, I'm just saying, if he has a phone like that, why didn't he have a picture of what was down there making that noise? But they can only speculate, and they said it looked like a snake creature. Okay, well, let's meditate and put on some happy music, and we will be talking about earthquakes on being prepared and having enough water to last you between 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, let's all right. Bipolar one, I got help to. Okay, so we are going to meditate and imagine about our favorite color. Mine is purple. We will be imagining our 2 feet that are relaxing. It's relaxing. And our 2 upper legs are relaxing. My chest is relaxed. Both my arms and hands are relaxed. My neck is relaxed. My head is relaxed. The ball tethers itself to my feet and goes all the way down way into the mantle, past that, way down into the center and the core. And it sucks up that mother love. It sucks it up and it fills our feet, both our feet, both our lower legs, both our upper legs, our chest, both our arms, both our hands, both our neck, our head, and it spews out, and I'm going to share it to crowd. It spews out all that love, and I take back what's left, and I'm going to do 3 ums. Okay, there we go. All right. So anyway, here it is. We are in 2024. We've had our eclipse here in the United States, and everyone, it worked out well. I talked to my metaphysical therapist who went down there for the eclipse, and it was no big deal. She told me it was really neat, and it really is. It is a neat thing. It's like it's one of those unusual, you feel the energy and the spirit and love and everything. And sometimes you feel that needing to re-energize in that kind of setting. So I have always thought about this. See, Bewitched had a metaphysical doctor because the regular doctor did okay for some stuff, but she needed a metaphysical doctor for a lot of her stuff. And in the show, it was always Dr. Bombay. I have a metaphysical doctor, and I'm wondering how they, you know, they should have showed how they paid or, how it was done. Because, god dang, they're not cheap, by the way, but they work. They really do work. I mean, you got to put your mind over matter things. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so I'm guessing in 20 minutes I will be in 10 minutes I'll be leaving because that'll be that 20-minute mark. If I should waste my time and be on here, or no one's going to come on here, well, whatever the reason. So we're going to be talking right now about earthquakes. Earthquakes can happen anywhere. It could be because of fracking. It could be from the Earth's mantle moving. Now, we know that the Earth is not a solid. It's what you call, it's not solid. It has moving, continents that move, and it's when you get an earthquake, you have a crust moving here and there. A lot of times you get the movement because there's fracking and a lot of stuff going on with that disturbs the movement and makes that area more prone to earthquakes and stuff. God dang. Uh, and that's what I've noticed in the past. Like Texas, I don't think was really prone to a lot of earthquakes, but suddenly it was getting earthquakes. So we are talking about being prepared for earthquakes. So usually when you have, earthquakes and stuff, that type of thing going on, it's usually 1 gallon of water per person per day. So if you're talking about, 2 people, that's for 2 weeks, that's almost 28 gallons of water. So how do you get water in the desert when there is no rain forecast? Or what do you do if you're in a situation where a lot of people, there's no way to get water, you don't have cash on hand, say it's on your credit card, your plastic card, so you're having to hope that the government sends FEMA or whatever. It's good to be prepared enough, at least with water. My one friend used to, this is back in Michigan, just have like this barrel and put like a little bit of chlorine in it, and she'd keep it all good for like years, And I thought, wow. So one day we didn't have, okay, this is what happened. She had enough drinking water, but she wanted water to flush the toilets and stuff like that. And that's what that water came in handy. Now she went from 1 barrel to 4 or 5, so she had plenty for the evening. I had my pool, I used that to flush my water, and my neighbor went and got his really big how can I say, we could plug in one thing, or we both plug in Helis, plug in our my refrigerator at that time, and I was so grateful. I was like, oh, thank you. So it was really weird. I mean, for 24 hours we had no power. There would be helicopters flying around showing, you would see us. We were on, I think, US Today. They're showing the kids in the pool, and I thought that was neat. So yeah, Detroit was on USA Today or something. It was really neat. They said nothing bad happened. People band together. So if there's anything that goes bad, more or less, like the world ends, I really would say that places like Detroit, people would band together and they would work together. I don't see it as a bad thing. But we're also talking about the Euphrates River drying up. Wow. What is going to happen? Well, apparently, the four I guess you would say horsemen of the future are waiting down there, and they're waiting to have a little party. What they want is they have this idea to, how can I say, they're supposed to take 1/3 of the population between the four of them. And God okayed it. Because if we don't learn our lesson and we're bad kids, we're gonna get spanky winkies. Do 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 do. Yep. Apparently, these are, one of Satan's favorite followers. The fallen ones. Maybe they're super sexy too. You one of the good-looking ones that a little bit nutty, but hey, you're good in bed. Oh God, it's where you see like the comedy of the fallen angels coming from the Euphrates River. Hey man, where are we at? Wow, how long has it been? Wow, geez, I'm guessing it's like 3,000 years. Well, let's go to a booby bar. Yeah, okay. Things sometimes just don't change, but stay the same. So here you have the Euphrates River that is dried up, and in the Bible it states that the A6 angel goes, "Ooh, let's pour, let's pour, ooh, let's pour it out of my bowl, by my river, ooh." Yeah, river dries up. Dun 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 dun. And we have the four demons. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The four demons. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, the four demons who, well, they had the devil as their friend, and he said, ha ha. And so they waited in underneath the Euphrates River, waiting, waiting. Yep, and it is time because we apparently been bad children, doing a lot of bad things, playing share your fart, share other people's farts. I don't know. I'm just, lighting your farts on fire with someone else's lighter. yeah. Uh, and yes, this is an alcoholic beverage, but trust me, it's wine. It's chocolate wine. Mm-mm-mm. So you have that. Don't forget to put a thumbs up. It really helps out. It helps with the algorithm. I am wanting to find sponsorship so I can get a laptop or computer that I can play Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, we're talking about the Euphrates River and you heard about the four horsemen, right? The four horsemen. All right, the four horsemen are supposed to take 1/3 of the population. And the same thing for these guys. So they're the same in the one. The four horsemen are the four. The angels that just thought it would be fun to overthrow God. Yeah, that same party unit. It was so much fun. Yeah, it was fun until, Michael and Gabriel and all the other ones kicked ass. So, hello, you can be good looking, but you still get kicked out of heaven. All right, so what to do? Well, if you're out fornicating with your neighbor's wife, you should quit. It's the ninth. Well, like my brother said, well, it's the ninth one, and the 10th thou shalt not do not steal. Oh, Jesus Christ, my brother. Yeah, my brother was not a very good one in dealing with thou shalt not commit adultery and thou shalt not steal, because he liked to steal from people, little things sometimes. It was odd. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. And we are talking about angels, Euphrates River, four of them, the coming for apocalypse. Which was it red, white, and blue horses? What kind of horseless carriage? Now we have them driving. Is it a white horse? And that's where we're at. What kind of bad angels are? Do you think they could be good looking angels? You know, they're bad, but they're good looking. Yeah. Ooh, they kind of little sexy angel, you know. So, what would you think? Well, they had this video, which I really think it's a fake one, where it sounds like Godzilla. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like a clip from Godzilla. Yeah, you know, and then I expect a little, you know, a little Chinese guy. Oh, but it's Godzilla. Yeah, so I'm expecting that. And when I have that expectation, I don't think that's the real noise. I think it's possibility that it's a noise they could hear, but they can't record. So instead of mimicking the closest thing to what they heard, they go and put a fake noise, which sounds even more fake and more disturbing than what's really there, which is probably a high pitched noise that could hurt your ears. So we have what I consider a fake noise that's going out, who's saying that noise that was heard. So the government got involved with the military, and apparently everything's been closed off, and there's been no news about that area. And that's about it. It was found sometime last week. That's pretty quick, you know, for being, you know, after the celestial event we've had, and now we have the Euphrates, the great Euphrates River, dry up like a desert, you know. And he said, "Well, that it's about that 3,000 time, you know. It's been a while. You didn't pay your bill. We're going to turn the water off. That's it. Didn't pay your bill? We turn the water off. There you go. Click. Wow. That is what you call a crap bill. If you're going to have your bill turned off because, you know, it's been 3,000 years and we've been bad little boys and girls, we should be kept, you know, fornicating with married people. It's okay, you know. I mean, and then, you know, about stealing, it's the 10th one on the commandments, like my brother said. The 10th one doesn't matter. It's so far down the thing, no one gives a crap. I'm going to go get my cigarette. So here it is. So I was really cold, so I turned off my air conditioner. I was like, it's a bit cold. So anyway, and then when all this is happening, we're supposed to be getting, what happens is a really bunch of earthquakes come, shake things up. You know, we got the shaking, rocking, and rolling. And guess what happens? You see, in that shaking and rocking and rolling, it's going to be by the Euphrates. They're going to get like a really big, ooh, doo, doo, doo. They're going to get a big dance number like never before in a long time. Ooh, it's going to be fun. We're going to be dancing. We're going to be shaking and doing the rumba. Yeah, it's going to be bad. Whew. So what you're going to want to do is not be in that area. You want to be far away from the Middle East. Oh, yes. You want to be as far as you can from the Euphrates. Yeah, where they're having their little party. Where all the weird shit's happening, the glowing lights and stuff is a clue to stay the fuck out of there. So, anyway, since if you're not near there, at least you don't get to meet some of these four, I guess, maybe Satan's friends, out going for a party, but yeah, they're Satan's friends, the angels from, that fight that they didn't win. Whoops. Okay, so they're going to be coming out looking for friends to party with. I think it's pestilence and, let's find out what the four horsemen are. Since we're talking about four angels underneath the Euphrates, maybe they too are like the four horsemen, so. Okay. The four horsemen's names. Okay. Death, famine, war. Death, famine, war, conquest. Wow. Ooh, well, somebody's not having a good day because I hear the ambulance. So. Well, it's at least, they're not going to have a heart attack from shoveling snow. There's no snow here. Right here. No. But here is to all the people who worked hard this weekend, who cleaned up their place. Now, I spent a good day just going through stuff and putting things in order. I still have so much more to do, but my son gave me an espresso and I put it in my shake and it was like, wow, I got stuff done. So we're talking about the Euphrates and what are the four horsemen? And we know conquest, war, famine, and death. So we have, wow, conquest, war, wow. So here we have, my legs are getting kind of tired. I've been sitting here for a bit. So we are talking about, I didn't fart. I swear to God, I moved my naked butt on this chair. So we're talking about the Euphrates River. If it is talking about the four horsemen who's supposed to take 1/3 of the population of the world, if that's the case, you got war, you got famine, you got conquest, war, famine. War, famine, a conquest, war, famine, and death. So you have those. So if you're having this great thing, and I'm hoping more of a positive thing, but then the Euphrates River went belly up dry, and then they found, they found Caves, man-made caves. They said that it can contain like dry goods and stuff from 3,000 years ago, and many other things, including human beings and farm pets and all that stuff. And then apparently, I don't know how true this is, but suddenly noises were being heard that were ghastly. And then the government got in it right there and everything shut up. So I'm wondering myself to you, what do you feel? Do you feel that the Euphrates drying up is something just it happens every once in a while? And it has dried up before, but it never totally dried up. It would get low, but then it would fill up again. And yes, people have seen a lot of the stuff that has popped up recently, but these caves have never popped up before. This is like the new thing. These caves suddenly became findable, and they are definitely something that they have found something in one of the caves that is still living. It didn't get all yucky and, die and, whatnot. It's still fucking living. So apparently there is this saying, and not saying, it's from the Bible, where it says, when the angel pours its bowl onto the Euphrates and it dries up, oh boy, we got a party going on here with some four angels, four fallen angels. Yeah, we're talking Lucifer's, lovely, not ladies, but lovely angels with an attitude. Ooh, boy, you're not the kind of angels you bring to a party. It's not like bringing Jesus to a party and he turns water into wine and makes it all fun. No, we're talking four pissed off angels who's been waiting around for a freaking long time. And that's my Bible thing. So now it's all supposed to start with earthquakes. How prepared are you? Do you have enough water for your family? If there's no power to power or to have some power, like power unit that can help you, that you would want to have something that is actually sun powered that could give you enough power for your house. But right now anything would be nice. So we're just talking about dealing with getting through at least 2 weeks. So a lot of times people may not be able, and this is something I tell people, even if you're for some reason able to still keep your job, or that you have to get up at a certain time, your body has a natural alarm clock. Mine does. When I get up at a certain time, like at 5:15 for me, that gives me a feeling, when I get up. I usually get up a half an hour before I have to. It's weird. I'll get up at 4:45 all the time, and I don't need the alarm clock, but I always put it on. It's good to make sure that you cover your butt. So if you're more worried about getting up and not having that, you can have the buddy system. You can also, right now, while you can, is make sure you have, I have plenty of these where you put them out in the sun and the power source collects it. And what it does is you could put your phone with it, you can cover your phone up, and it will collect through the sun and it will charge it. I know for my iPhone, if it's totally dead, it does take about 6 hours. And that would be an all day charge. It's on that charger and you got to put it in a cool thing and it's in the sun, and it's really a pain. Now there's some chargers that I've owned that even if you're in the sun, they not only have a long cord which will put it in the shade while that's in the sun and it's getting its charge, it'll take 3 hours from a totally dead. Or if it's in the middle like 50, it will charge in an hour and a half or so. Some of the chargers you want to make sure, because they usually don't include big power phones like these, because it does take more time. Now, if you have gas in your car and you're able to plug in your phone to your car, it only takes like a half an hour if you drive around for 30 minutes, and you can charge up your phone if you have enough gas in it. And that works really good. So, if you have that in hand and you have enough gas for, 2, 3 weeks, you are really diligent and you start driving to work with just a bicycle, or whatever you can go on, and you more or less take care of things in that manner. Now, if you're a single person, it's easier for a single person to, I guess it would be like, to get things that are in, I guess it would be like rationing, food rations. I had a friend, she said she bought a whole family as a family of five, and she figured, you know, what they said for a family of five, she concluded that she had a whole 3 months worth of food. And it was actually an underestimation. She underestimated and found out it was 6 months worth. She had a lot of food that, to be honest, that she got really tired. So she said, if you are looking for food and you're a single person, make sure that if you're getting the family of five, that you really like that kind of food, because you will get tired of it. And then I've had friends of mine who had no problem. And then we have always the stories that you hear about when people don't get enough and they got kids. And it's just like, they're in this scenario and you're like, wow, they actually made it through and they're there telling the story. Well, I don't know. I had a lot of step monsters who were really bad, and I did a lot of praying. There's Saint Stephen for some people. Some people like certain angels. I have a friend who likes Michael, and parents sometimes don't mean to make you feel like shit, but you're sometimes on the wrong road and you're doing bad shit. Sometimes to be honest, the parents are just worried for you. So I know how that is with parents. I've had some really bad ones. I had one lock me up in my room. So, what I did? I got my grandma out there. She caught her. Oh God. Yeah. Why did she choke you? How old are you, sir? No, that's not normal. How old are you? So you got to be pretty young. All right. You're 17. You're almost 18. What is your plans for graduation and being 18? You're going to be an adult. What did you want to do? You want to have a positive life. You don't want to be caught up in the booze and alcohol, the alcohol and the bad stuff. That's what you want. You want something positive in your life. And yeah, having a mom or a stepmom. My mom tried to kill me. My mom left me off 2 weeks over at, I guess it would be like a commune place where they did tie dye and talked about God, and that was about it. It wasn't bad. It's just they didn't tell my dad where I was at. Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh, so you were 17 when she choked you. I got to turn on the air. Ooh, it's getting kind of warm in here. And I'm like drinking alcohol always makes me warm. Okay, so the only thing when you do that, you're going to have to start forgiving her. That's the only thing that's going to make you move on. You know why? Because I had a friend who refused, my friend Christina refused to say that she forgave all the people that wronged her, which was her father, her mother, who she felt that wronged her, and all these other people. I said to her, you needed to forgive them all, and you didn't. I forgave all the people I possibly can, and said in words, anyone I work with, I have nothing but respect for, and I work hard with. So when I had, a parent, or, my stepmother actually kept food for me and all that stuff, and it was really hard. I called my grandmother. This is back when there were no cell phones. You called collect because I was over at the school, and I'm going, Grandma, call my middle school, because she had the number to my middle school, and I need to tell you what's going on. So my grandma did that, and we had a private phone call conversation where my grandma really said she wants to talk to me privately, and I did. And I told her what was going on, that Jane has locked me up in the room because I refused to eat these. And I told her what brand it was. It was pulled off the market, but she still wants me to eat the ones that they had, which were fish sticks. That's, I think, part of the reason why. So if you're 19 and she's not doing that, but you're still scared, and it's understandable. So you're completing it next year. So you're going to be completed. So here, so you have to tell your mother, at least let her know, I forgive you. I don't I forgive you, but I am going to not forget. All right? You can forgive someone, and you don't have to forget. You can remember what they did. You can receive help from therapy. You could talk to people like how you're talking to me. And that's how you can do it. You have to forgive that person, and you have to tell them, yes, I forgive you. It's always good to say you love them. And I know how you feel. You're mad at that person. You feel violated. You trusted them, and they choked you. They hurt you, but you probably said some not nice words or things or triggers. We all know we're not angels, okay? Yeah. So we have a second person here. Could you put a thumbs up to show that you have you know Uh, could you put a thumbs up and to show support? And it helps with the algorithms. God, somebody must be talking about me because I got an itchy nose. It's like, So anyway, here we are. I was talking about the Euphrates River drying up, and they found man-made caves. Oh boy, it's a fun thing now because they heard something down there. Oh yeah, it scared the shit out of people, and they have the military involved on the Euphrates River because in the Bible it says that there are four bad angels. So four bad angels ready to party. I'm so sorry. I have children that are older than you. My daughter is 21 and my son is 31. They are 10 years apart. And that's how, well, shoot, no, either he's 32 now. He's 32. And my daughter is 22. So, all right. I am so sorry for you. If you want to, I can look. You're not suicidal or anything, are you, honey? I don't. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. I don't want someone who feels real bad. I, understand. Well, I'm glad you're here now, and I hope you don't feel like you want to hurt yourself or anything. Because I have two children; they're grown up. I don't know what my daughter's doing. She hasn't talked to me lately. I think that somebody's been filling her head up with poo poo, and I get to talk to my son, and I spoil him. He's my boy. But we have been talking also about the Euphrates River and earthquakes. How prepared are you? Are you prepared enough? Do you got good neighbors you can steal from? I mean, this is the thing I'm going to tell people. If we have a emergency situation and you have to have your whatever it is, your diabetes medication, make sure you're up to date on your medication. Make sure you have enough. And if there's an emergency, that you have a little extra, just a little, not a whole lot. So here we are talking about earthquakes and being prepared, having enough water, and about the Euphrates River. The great Euphrates River has been told in the Bible that an angel will dump its bowl into the river and make it dry. And when it makes it dry, there are four fallen angels waiting to party and take 1/3 of the Earth's population. And you got death, you have conquer, you have death, conquer, pestilence. Was it death? You have conquest, war, famine. You got conquest, war, famine, and death. So if you have those four things coming around your place, and say that these are supposed to come out after a major earthquake if we don't get our shiza together, our shit. So that's about it on that one. We're almost done with the hour here in talking about Euphrates River and about earthquakes. Please be prepared. Keep your numbers up to date. And what is good is also to know if there's earthquakes hitting California. We will, in a lot of cases, being that we're in Pahrump, we will get the aftershocks, which would be very close. If it's even in San Bernardino, it is in our backyard. And expect if it's a 9 or 10, we will be receiving close to that same amount, and to get cover or to stand outside. Something has to give. So, are you ready to be prepared? Do you have enough? Do you feel that you need to do anything to get enough? That's good. If you feel that way, then, and like I tell everybody, make sure you got a good bunch of people that you're with, that they won't let bad things happen to you, and you won't let bad things happen to your friends. So it goes to, you know and I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday. Remember, yes, the Euphrates River is dried like the bone, and yes, they have found caverns, and yes, they're starting to make wonderful noise and singing. We're not talking about, do re mi, which would be nice to hear, compared to what is saying, which is screaming and yelling, an ungodly scream in which the first one is open. So, what do you think the first one will be? Will it be conquer? Will it be death? Will it be conquer? Conquer. Will it be fear? Will it be death? Well, will it be any of the four horsemen that are supposed to be of the apocalypse? So, which one will it be? Shoot. All we can do is hope for the best, and that maybe some people get their shit together. I mean, like my brother used to joke about, that going to bed with his neighbor's wife wasn't bad. And I go, no, Eric, it's not bad. It's horrible. You just did number 9 in the 10 Commandments. He goes, well, I do number 10 all the time, which is stealing. Yeah, that person always said, God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you. Uh, so, like I stated, Euphrates River's dried up. They found caverns and they're making noises. We're not talking the fun noises in which, it sounds fun, when your neighbors next door first move in and they're happy and they're celebrating together. No, it's not those noises. It's the kind of noises that sounds like, well, Godzilla. I expect to see a guy, with a shirt saying Tokyo going, oh, it's Godzilla! Godzilla! But no luck on that either. So apparently the government closed off the area that's making the funky ass noises. So let's pray and hope that, let's hope that, well, that we don't have to deal with the 4 apocalyptic assholes. You don't want to deal with death, and then you got conquer, and then you got pestilence, then you got this, and you got that. It's just a never ending shitbag thing. So let's hope that everything works out. We don't have to deal with any of the, well, angels of love or, the fallen ones. They're just doing what's told. So keep love in your heart, and a prayer in your pocket and love in your heart.